So I'd like to make a small video with some ideas and tidbits for those of you that would like to use Excel in order to make your equations and scatter plots for project number 2 for Math 131. And the way I'm going to show this to you is I'm going to show it to you from the table that was in the notes. So you can see here we have in the notes this table with year and number of hits that the U.S. Copyright Office web page has had. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to have Excel open. Now Excel is a program that looks like this. You can get it by going to your bottom left corner. If you don't see it, kind of like here I have it already, but if you don't see it there, you can just type Excel and it should show up Microsoft Excel, something like that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to paste in those values. Now, of course, you won't be able to copy and paste if you're on your project. You're going to have to type it all up yourself. Sorry, them's the breaks. Okay, so a couple things. One, I don't really want to use this year thing that I've got going on here. So I want, because here, let me show it to you. They said that it was years since 2000. See it right there, since 2000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in another column right here. So I'm going to, you kind of take your cursor up so that it's near the letter B, so it turns into a kind of a downward arrow. And you click, and then it highlights the whole column. Then I right click and I insert. And you can call this years as well, that's fine, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this particular problem. Of course, everybody's problems are different, but all right, now I take my mouse and I just kind of highlight these cells. I do that by holding down the left button and kind of dragging my mouse down and over. That's called highlighting. And I go up here to insert and I click scatter over here. See that, scatter? And you click right there, the top left one, that's the one you want. So you click on that, boom, you got a scatter plot. It's easy as that. Now you just got to clean it up a little bit. So you want to get rid of this thing right here. We don't need that. So I just clicked on it and pressed delete. It's gone. And then it's always good, of course, to have some scaling. So let me go to the format over here. Oops, nope, layout. There it is. So layout, you can see axis titles. The horizontal axis is down below, so I can click that. And I can say this was the years since, if I could type 2000, there we go, enter. And I'm going to do it again. Axis title, vertical axis. I particularly like the rotated display, so I'm going to grab that. This was number of hits in millions. Now for the title, I should make something more snazzy. It just picks the whatever I typed into cell C1, but I don't want that. I want this is number of hits to the U.S. copyright web page in millions. Oops, don't need to press enter. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So we've got our scatter plots all set and done. If you wanted, you could copy and paste it into a Word document. For example, suppose I had a Word document open. I just could Control New and then I could paste it in, copy and paste. Or paste is up here on the top left corner of that. So like if you were typing up your results for your project, or if you wanted to just attach this to it, that would be great. Now the other thing is you're supposed to find, oops, not to go there, that's the notes. You're supposed to find the models for these. So I wanted to show you because Excel will actually find these for you. So if you click on the blue dots, you see how all 5 of them are highlighted? If you right click and choose add a trend line right there, add trend line, it's going to ask you what kind of trend line do you want to add. So let's say you want to do a linear one. Okay, so linear. And you can display the equation. See it right down here? Display equation on chart. Close. There you go. You've got a linear one. Now I personally like having more than one, so I'm going to click here. Oh, by the way, just notice, watch what happens up here at the top menu. When I click on the graph, see these chart tools come up? If you click off of it, they disappear. So don't freak out if that happens, just click on it again. All right, I'm going to copy, which I just do by hitting Control and C, to be honest with you, but you can do it over here, copy, and then just click paste. Anywhere will do. Paste, right click and paste, or Control V. So I've got another one now. The first one I did was linear. I'm going to put the second one below it. I'm just kind of clicking on it and dragging it around. All right, I want to format that trend line again. So I'm going to go to right click, add add trend line. And I'm going to get rid of the linear one. I'm going to add an exponential one instead. Display the equation on the chart. Oh no, the linear one's still there. That's all right. And if ever you're confused, you can always do Control Z. It kind of undoes what you last did. So you can say, hey, I want to get rid of that line. So click on the line and kind of get rid of it. It's being a little fussy with me, but you kind of have to like double click on the line. You can see at the very edges it's got little circles on it. That's what you want. And press delete. And oops. There it is. Now it's gone. All right, so click on these buttons again. And you know what? I don't even want blue. I'm going to change it to green. How about that? That looks kind of fun. All right, right click, add a trend line, get rid of the linear, move it to exponential, display the equation on the chart. Boom, you got an exponential one now. All right, it's a little bit different form than the exponential we've been used to, which I can talk about in a second. I don't like the form on this one either. So we go to Format, nope, Design. Pull down this menu. There it is. Cool. Now, as I was saying, the format here might not be quite what you like, but remember what it is. It's this guy right here, that part. Matter of fact, I'll put parentheses around it, and you can click on this and type in here if you like. That part of it is all together, right? So, and I can't close the parentheses because it doesn't like the fact that it was superscript, but suffice to say, I swear that that part's all together. So if you wanted to find out what A was, A is obvious. A is 8.7722, right? If you think of an exponential equation as A times B to the X, right? So A is 8.772. If you want B, what you have to do is you have to find E to the 0.223. So you can just do it with a calculator, or you can type EXP 0.223 and you'll have it, right? So there's B right there. Okay. And again, if you wanted to type that, you could actually go in here, kind of get rid of what they had, and put in 1.2498 to the X. Okay? And if you click kind of over here at the far right, you can kind of wait till it gets out of being a superscript and then make the end of the parentheses if you like. Or if you want, you can just put a little time star. That's easier even than that. So there we go, we got that one now. And then if you want to do the quadratic, just copy that graph and paste. And of course you could have done the quadratic from the start. I mean, it's up to you. So I'm going to click on this and delete, click on this and delete. Get rid of this old stuff. I'm going to change my design so I can keep them all straight. I'll make this one purple. Why not? Right click, add a trend line. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be adding the polynomial because you want a quadratic, right? So it's polynomial order 2 because you're doing a quadratic. That means order is basically the degree. So you want an order 2 polynomial, display the equation. Let's see if this works. Hey, look, there it is. So the hardest one's actually the exponential because it does kind of a more formal e to the. So that's fine, but if you want to find out what A and B are, that's the way to do it. And there you go. Which of course means you don't have to use a calculator at all to find any of these regression equations. If you're using Excel, it's this easy to find them. So you just highlight, insert, make a scatter plot, and then just clean it up. And then right click, click on the dots, right click, add trend line. And then you can play around on there. Alrighty, I'm going to get rid of that. We're all done with that. And don't forget, if you want, you can copy and paste these in. You could print this sheet itself from Excel, or you can paste it to a Word document if that makes you happier, you know, for how it looks. You know, if you want to clean up how it looks, then you can do that in a Word document. So you can click on each one individually, copy, Control C, go to your Word document, and paste, Control V, etc., etc. All right, I hope that helps if you're going to use Excel for your second project.